Good evening. First tonight, Australia is acting swiftly as the threat of a Russian invasion and military attack in Ukraine looms. Embassy staff are being evacuated from the capital, with our Prime Minister describing the situation as very dangerous. US President Joe Biden has warned Vladimir Putin that his country will suffer if it invades. Here's more from our Europe correspondent, John Paul Gonzo.
As the world pulls out of Ukraine, half a world away, fighting words from our PM.
And I want to send a very clear message on behalf of Australia. The autocratic, unilateral actions of Russia to be threatening and bullying Ukraine is something that is completely and utterly unacceptable.
China squarely in his sights.
Chinese government is happy to criticise Australia for engaging in such peaceful activities, but yet remains chillingly silent on Russian troops amassing on the Ukrainian border.
Just 3 Australian consular staff were left in Kyiv, but today even they were moved to safety near the border as all of our remaining citizens were urged to leave.
The situation, as you are all hearing as well, is deteriorating and is reaching a very dangerous stage.
Especially after this phone call. US President Joe Biden told his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin that an invasion would cause widespread human suffering and diminish Russia's standing. Russia says the hour-long conversation was balanced and businesslike, but said hysteria has reached its peak, denying it plans to invade Ukraine.
We and our allies have made this crystal clear to Moscow. If President Putin decides to take military action, we will swiftly impose severe economic sanctions.
More than a dozen countries have now urged citizens to leave Ukraine, and 150 US troops who were training local soldiers are being pulled out. Getting in will be harder too. Dutch airline KLM has suspended services to the country, announcing there will be no flights in Ukrainian airspace until further notice. At the airport, foreign nationals have begun leaving.
I don't see anyone in fear in Ukraine. Everyone is just getting on with their life.
Others are more concerned. Oksana Yurchenko and her young son are flying to Australia.
My elder son is in Australia. He follows and watches the news, and he panicked. He said, "Mum, get back. The situation is getting worse and it may be dangerous." So yes, we have panicked.
The best friend for enemies, that is panic in our country. And all this information that helps only for panic doesn't help us.
A call for calm and a call to arms. Ukrainians told to stay strong and courageous like their army as a potential war looms. John Paul Gonzo for 10 News First, London.
And our CBS correspondent Imtiaz Tayyab is on the ground in the Ukrainian capital, where there's been an amazing show of people power in the face of all-out war.
Well, for the first time since these tensions began, we've seen the people of this city, Kyiv, take to the streets in a way like never before, standing in opposition to war. And really, when you think of the last sort of several weeks, people have really just been carrying on their lives as normal, despite this extraordinary amount of global attention on whether or not Vladimir Putin will invade. Now, we have to remember that those enormous military drills are still ongoing in Belarus, and the images of that are apocalyptic looking. You see so much hardware, so much military hardware just being fired and tanks moving that it really does look like a prelude to war. Now, the Russian President Vladimir Putin says that he has no intention to invade Ukraine, but of course many people in Western countries, and indeed the leaders of those countries, simply don't believe him.
Back home, the local Ukrainian community has held church services, sending prayers and hopes for peace. Local leaders welcoming increased pressure from the Australian government on Russia.
Nobody wants to see a war, but we have to be prepared for that. And at the moment, what we're reading today and in discussions that we had with the administration, the President's administration yesterday, people are on alert.
They say no one can be sure what the Russian leader will do next. The only thing that is certain is everyone is nervous but willing to fight for their country.